I've always been a bit reluctant to do special worship services for Mother's Day or Father's Day. It isn't that I have anything against either of those days, I really don't. I just like to make God the focus of worship. When we come into the sanctuary, we are in God's space and on God's time. God deserves our full attention. Now that I have a few years of experience under my belt, I've learned that in addition to the desire to make this God's time, these days can be exceedingly difficult for many. Strained relationships with children or parents weigh many down. Some grieve their parents' or child's death. Infertility mocks others. Still, more never had the opportunity to settle down and raise a family. Some don't want to. To be a little vulnerable with you, Andrew and I have been living with infertility for 3 years now. Without getting into too much detail, we were told back in 2019 that we would probably never have a child on our own. Now, I won't speak for Andrew, but for me, that was like a slap in the face. I cried for weeks. I have wanted to be a mother since I was a little girl. I wanted a big family. I always told myself that even if I stayed single my whole life, I would find a way to have children. I would adopt or use a donor or something. Once the tears started to dry up for us, Andrew and I began talking about our options. We decided the best route for the two of us was local adoption through foster care. Since starting foster care, we've had lots of ups and downs. We've had placements that fell through, kids who ended up not staying that should have been here a long time, and an overwhelming life rearrangement. Of all the kids who have come our way, none were thrilled about being here, and none ever called me mom. Not one. And that's okay. I don't expect a child whose life has been turned upside down, who's been ripped from their home, to consider me that way or be happy about being here. But even with kids in and out of our lives, I have never felt like or considered myself a mom. I was kind of more like a nanny. I was caring for other people's children, not my own. About 6 months ago, I distinctly remember calling a friend of mine to congratulate her on finally bringing her baby home from the hospital. She was a first-time mom, and her daughter was born very sick. She was finally strong enough to come home for a couple of months when I called. "How's mom life?" I asked her. "Oh, that's funny," she answered. "I was about to ask you the same thing." That's the first time anyone ever called me mom without foster in front of it. I'm a mom. I'm not a mom in the way I always hoped or imagined, and I don't have kids in my house at this moment, but I'm a mom. There are lots of moms out there like me. Moms whose babies are godchildren, grandchildren, nieces or nephews, neighbors, students, or church friends. Moms whose babies are with the Lord now. Moms who never met their babies, or who gave their babies to be raised by someone else. There are moms who struggle to know how to do what's best. Birth moms, foster moms, and adopted moms live among us. Moms can be surrogate and egg donors. We greet celebrated moms, grieving moms, and even estranged moms every day. Some moms are here, and some moms are gone. But all of us are moms. This Mother's Day, I pray you will remember all of your various moms. Remember the many moms in your life, biological, mentor, or otherwise. And remember the moms in your world. Remember them with all their joys, complications, and griefs. And as you remember, thank God for the gift of your many mothers. Happy Mother's Day.